I just walked into the school with all these bags of snacks from Walmart, and I swear it looked like I just did my grocery shopping this morning and brought it all to school. But these are snacks for the kids for our morning recess when they're normally allowed to bring their own snack, but this year we didn't feel like that was a good option, so we asked for additional class donations to buy them treats. So now I need to figure out where to store all this stuff until they eat it all. Good morning. Welcome back to my classroom. This is the first time I'm filming in here since school started this year. At least like filming what's going on today. I just really haven't been feeling it this year, if I'm being totally honest, as far as the filming goes, because I haven't had a ton of super like positive or insightful things to say. This year's tough. And not just because my desks are in these awful, horrible rows and we're all wearing masks all the time. That's actually been going pretty well, honest to goodness. But I have a couple particular issues with kids in my class that have really just been really, really hard on me. If you didn't get that from that first week of school video that I recently shared, there's been tears. It takes a lot for students to get me to cry, and it's happened a lot. So it's just been really tricky, but I'm feeling it today. And so I'm going to try and share with you what a day is looking like in my life this year. So I'm here just after 8 o'clock and I'm going to get ready for the day. So I'll kind of show you what I do in the mornings to get ready. First of all, I need to put away all the track snacks that I purchased, and I have absolutely no idea where those are going to go. So that's adventure number 1. Here we go. Okay, so that was actually pretty miraculous that all fit. So that's great. Looking at my notes to myself from yesterday, and the only other thing I really need to do is put the schedule up for today and then just kind of review what I'm doing. So normally when I come in the morning, I put my lunch away and anything that I brought in, and then I kind of go through the schedule for the day and just make sure I have everything out that I need, all the copies of stuff that I need to go through the daily lessons. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to pull up the lesson plans on my computer and then go put the schedule on the board, and that's how I do a quick check. Sometimes I put the schedule up after school, but I found that if I have time in the morning, it's easier to do it then because I'm going to have to look through the plans anyway, so I might as well put the schedule up because that makes me think through each part of the day. So we're going to put the schedule up now. So the true story of what happens every morning is I come in with only 2 things on my to-do list, and 10 minutes later I'm like, oh my gosh, and I have 75 million things to do. I made copies for math. I am now cleaning up the mess that I left on my desk yesterday for who knows what reason, and discovering that I need to get a bunch of stuff ready for this morning, which I totally forgot about because we're starting our Fluency Minute where we read to each other this morning, and I need to get all their little tracker graphs ready because we have to do it differently this year, and I am not prepared for that, and it's okay. Everything's okay. And that's just me being realistic about the mornings. I come in and I'm like, I'm so prepared. Today's going to be a great day. And then I run around like a chicken with my head cut off for the 45 minutes before the kids get here, trying to be prepared and then regrouping at every little moment when they're gone. And that's just how life goes. And I've been doing this for 4 years, guys. Like, this is not my first rodeo, and I still act like that. So if you're in that same boat, you and me both, sister. It helps if you actually send your documents to the printer before you go down to pick them up from the printer. How's that for an expert teacher tip for you? Also, as a side note, because I'm sure some of you are wondering, yes, I can have my mask off in my classroom if it's just me in here, but I'll wear it in the hallways and whenever the kids are here, and any other time if there's other people around, we should have our masks on. But while I'm just in here by myself, I take it off. So don't worry, we're being safe. All right, the final step is to put the morning work up on the board for the kids. I use a PowerPoint every morning that shows them what they're going to do and has a timer running on it so they know how long they can be working for it. That gives me 20 minutes in the morning to take attendance, to talk to any kids that I need to talk to assess kids if I need to assess them, to sit here at my computer and figure things out if I'm getting emails, whatever I need to do for the first 20 minutes of the morning while the kids work independently. So I'm going to put those slides up, and we'll go pick up the kids, and we're going to start today. Yee! On a miraculous turn of events, our bells are working today, so that's great. It only took us 3 weeks of school to figure those out. And here's what their morning work looks like. So they've just got their page on their desk and their instructions on the board. All right, let's go get the kids. Okay, guys, I've been waiting to get out to my car all afternoon because I have to tell you, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. Okay, so we're doing handwriting, okay? It's the very end of the day. Sorry, I gotta compose myself here. And we're writing the small letter A, okay? The lowercase a. And so I'm doing a demonstration showing them how the letter is formed, and you can all get on my back later if I'm doing this wrong, but this is how I was showing them to do it. So I was showing them to do around, up, down, and so I show them a couple of how to do this. Okay, and I show them, I say go around, up, down. I'm like, okay, you're gonna do it with me now. And I start doing it and saying, okay, around, up, down. And then with a microphone on, I literally say to a whole class of second graders, I said, be very careful when you come back up that your line connects where you went around, because you don't want a hole in your A. I literally said those words out loud. I said to them to be careful how they write it, because they don't want a hole in their A. I'm sorry. If you don't think this is funny, this is probably the most awkward video I've ever made, but and as soon as the words left my mouth, I was like, oh my, I just said that. This is one of the moments I was really grateful I was wearing a mask, because the kids couldn't tell, and I was dying inside. So I just kept going. It was almost as bad as 2 days ago when I was teaching them about blends, and I was like, there's a blend in the word grass, because at the beginning you hear grr and then you hear ass, and I was like grass. Down quickly in the lesson so that nobody would say anything about the fact that I just said that in front of my whole class. Oh my gosh, you guys. So be careful when you're writing new letters, because you don't want to end up with a hole in your A. We officially made it to lunch. I just ate my food, and now I'm prepping for the second block of my day, which today is going to include math and then writing. Maybe. So technically I was supposed to do some writing this week, but I don't know that it's actually gonna happen. So we might cancel. Wow, this is why you plan in blocks, because if I don't have time for it, I can take it out without having prepped the whole thing this morning and feeling obligated to push through, even if I don't really have time. The morning went really well. We did a couple new things today that are like whole group rotation wide with the school to do some intensive phonics stuff, and that went really well. So, you know, it's been a good morning. I have a mess all over my desk already because I just drop things here all day. But you know what? We'll clean that up later. So I'm gonna prep for math real fast. And yeah. One thing that I'm being better about this year is not being a hoarder. So like I have extra copies of our morning work. We're never gonna do this morning work again. Wow. We're never gonna do this morning work again. And last year I would save all of them for who knows what reason. But I'm being much better this year and not hoarding. So I'm just gonna check that because we don't need it. Also, I talked about my microphone in my last video and how it saved my life. I have not been wearing it the last couple of days and it's been just fine, but I do feel my voice going a little bit more, so I need to try and be better about remembering to put that on this afternoon when I'm teaching whole group. The morning I spend a lot of time small group, so I don't really need a microphone for that part, but I am going to be whole group most of the afternoon, so I need to remember to put that microphone on as well. I'm alive. We made it to the end of the day and also just had a 2-hour meeting with my team to go over all the things that we need to do to be ready for the week. I love that I get to meet with them. It's wonderful. I did some grading while the kids were on their Chromebooks, which was awesome. And today is Wednesday, which means I don't have to clean the desks. Our custodian comes in and hard sanitizes things on Wednesdays. I clean the desks every other day with sanitizer and a rag. But today I don't, so that's great. So I can just work on the rest of my to-do list. I'm worn out. My face is gross. I'm wearing a mask all day, but it's fine. Oh, I just remembered I need to take a bunch of stuff down to the office before the office ladies leave. I'm gonna run do that and then we can recap today. So as to be totally transparent, my normal afternoon routine involves eating gummy worms because I have a bag of them. And my desk is my stash of comfort food right now. Whew, I just ran down from the office. So usually I sit here and eat some gummy worms while I contemplate what I should do with my life, which today is my to-do list. And if I'm a really good person, I would start some of my planning for next week. But that seems to be asking a lot of me, so I don't know about that yet. All right, I don't have a ton of like interesting things to share with you from today because today was very average, but we did do one very fun thing today. We were talking about fact families. This angle is really not doing it for me. We were talking about fact families, and so I had them play fact families 4 corners. If you don't know what 4 corners is, you designate 4 corners in your room. One kid covers their eyes, the kids pick a corner, they call a number, whoever's in that corner is out, and so on and so forth. It's like a little heads up 7-Up style from back in the way back. So we played it with fact families today. So the kid comes up front, covers their eyes, everybody picks a corner, and I have a slideshow up front that assigns each corner one of the 4 facts that goes with the fact family. And the kid covering their eyes, I'll be like, hey, your fact family is 1, 2, 3. What is a fact that you can make with 1, 2, and 3? And then they'll be like, okay, 3 minus 2 equals 1. And then up on the board where the list of facts are, whichever corner is assigned 3 minus 2 equals 1, those kids are out. So it's good for the kid up front because they're being quizzed on the fact, and it's fun for everybody because they get to run around the classroom like crazy people. So that's what we did this afternoon, because math is best when you can run from corner to corner getting out by somebody covering their eyes. That's what we did today. It was very fun. Also, can we just talk about how great this little green spot stuff is going? I put it on there so that their desk could stay lined up. And look at this. For the most part, like this kid's desk is a bit forward, but for the most part, they're doing a really good job of using those to line up their desks, which saves me so much headache. We'll just do a quick pan of the classroom so you can see how things are. I should probably take care of those books. But overall, things are going really well in our classroom. In general. Today I'm coming at you live from the copy room where I've just turned in all of my copies for next week to be made for me. Can I just take a quick moment to celebrate the fact that I just turned in all my copies for next week? And it's Wednesday of the previous week. I'm not running in here at recess making copies anymore. And that's how I can tell I'm not a first year teacher anymore. Guys, I realized I did not even really walk you through the day or anything beyond this morning. Reached the point where my eyes are burning from exhaustion, and so I'm gonna go home and maybe I'll actually work with these flashcards that I've put in my bag for like 5 days now, but maybe not. You never know. Anyway, it was a pretty realistic day with a lack of information and a whole lot of nothing for you, so I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe because yes, this is apparently what I do. So, you know, there's that for you. If you have things that you do want to see or know about, always let me know. And I think that's about all I got for you. So until next time, see ya.